As businesses grow, the number one thing that I see happening that burns business owners out or leaders out is the fact that they can't delegate, they can't trust, and they can't empower their teams. And today, what I really want to focus on is the empowerment of your team, where you're giving them the tasks, you're delegating out these tasks, but you're making sure that they understand and they can make the decisions for your company, so you're not the one that always has to pick up the phone and make those decisions. So today we're going to talk about the big word, empowerment. Where most leaders fail on the empowerment side is whenever they get a call from someone on their team, they're so quick to answer that call and give that person an answer to what they're talking about or what they're asking about. And that is where we are now thinking for our people versus allowing our people to think for themselves. And that can be extremely detrimental to business, because if you're always answering that call and always answering those questions, you as the business leader you've created an environment where you are the one that they're always going to go to, and they're not going to become resourceful for themselves and not start thinking for themselves. As the business owner, as the business leader, you need to turn that empowerment over to your employee. And the best way to do this, the number one question that you need to ask anytime they approach you, they walk into your office, they call you on the weekend and bother you while you're at the family reunion, the thing you need to do is answer the call. Absolutely answer the call, because that shows support. But the second thing you need to do is ask the question, what would you do if I didn't answer the call? What would you do if I wasn't here to answer that question? And that question allows them to critically think through what they would do. And from there, you can enter a coaching session of, okay, here's another way to look at it, right? Or, hey, let's think through this a little bit deeper, right? And you can coach them as the business leader on how they can come up with their own solutions in the future. Now, here's the other piece of this. They might also come to you, ask you the question. You ask them, okay, if I wasn't here, what would you have done? And they tell you what they would have done, and it's exactly what you'd want them to do. You can now say, awesome job, awesome, that is exactly what we should be doing. This is great. Thank you so much for coming up with that solution. You've now just built up their confidence to another level. That's one less phone call they are going to make to you going forward, because they have the confidence level to make their own decisions. So the big question that you need to start asking of your employees is, what would you do if I wasn't here? What would you do if I didn't answer the phone?